Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Different kind of video with my younger brother Aman over here. He's a strength and conditioning coach. We completed like a nice calisthenics workout here at this old fort that we found somewhere close to Mumbai. So yeah, amazing. We thought just put in a nice video after this nice pump that we've got.
Yeah, the gains are real. The gains are real.
Crazy, look at it. Lovely. So basically this video is about Aman, about being 19, when he was 19, traveling to the Maldives and working in one of the best or the best
the best at that
hotels
time
in the world, which was
I was working in Sanaiva Jani as an intern, and I got this opportunity at 19, and as every young guy who wants to leave home to grow, wants to stay alone for some time, they want to explore themselves, and just like any 19-year-old, I was like too stoked to go. Like, yes, I want to go to Maldives, and from there, my God, the lessons and journey and everything that I've had was amazing.
So basically, the idea was to just bring that topic up and focus on, guys, like one very core thing that I learned myself when I'm traveling next week again is that whenever I travel, two things. One is it breaks all the fears that you have internally about traveling alone, which are many. There's anxiety, there's a lot of other mental health issues, but also the whole opportunity to network with like-minded guys, be in that, like, for example, now
community.
After so many years of meeting him and getting to know so much, and we're just working out together, I think that's something every guy should strive for. And when you travel alone, you get to learn so much, network with like-minded people, meet different professionals, entrepreneurs. So in general, it's one of the best experiences. So I'll just ask you quick questions to keep it short and sweet. First of all, like, were there any mindset shifts that happened when you switched going from Mumbai to Soneva? Like, what was the biggest
the first thing about Maldives was like at 19 when you go, right? Like, I know I'm going to not come home for a good 6 months now.
6 months, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, a lot of things change in your mentality because you realize you're no longer a kid now. That's the day you get the reality check. Like, you're not a child and you have no one else to look after you now. Now it's you who's going to look after yourself.
Absolutely.
And that reality, when the reality hits you, right? Your mind changes. Like, you start thinking. Like, you start thinking in the world for the first time. Like, oh, like things can go wrong and right. And there will be no one there. And like, you start preparing for things like which won't happen or might happen. Like, you never know. But you mentally start preparing because like, right? Like, no one's about to save you, no one's coming for you.
Yeah.
So the number one thing was that mentality wise, I started preparing. I started preparing thinking that, what could
some fucking noobs doing this, degenerates are playing music. All of that. Anyways.
So you have you have a mentality shift that you become a man that day. When you realize you are going to be self-sufficient for things, you become a man.
Scary,
It's scary. But trust me, that is the one thing which every 19-year-old should experience. I mean, I'm not saying take a ticket and go to Maldives, but like just travel at 19, like 18 maybe if you can. Just travel the world, learn things. Home cannot teach you a lot of things. You have to explore to understand yourself and to understand the people around you.
Yeah, and just to tell you, like, this kiddo was like so small when I knew him. I know when he was born as well. And the physique, mentality, mindset, it all changes for us over time. But I've seen the growth journey, and therefore, we're so passionate about helping other guys and building a community, building some call it cult, but we don't like to use that word. But generally, even if you call it a cult, my idea is that if there's any particular dude out there who's just working to get better, you call it any name and he's just going to be a better boyfriend, a better friend, a better husband, a better everything, right?
It worked for us, it should work for majority of the men around.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I agree. That's one thing. Another thing I want to talk about fitness, like the journey that you've been on. What was it that really pushed you into spending so much time building this body?
So this is a nice question actually. When you talk about fitness, I started going to the gym when I was just 15 years old. And the whole idea was that, I was the skinny kid in the group, like, who was too weak. I couldn't play sports at that time. And the whole thing was that I want to have enough muscle so I can play some sports without being bullied, without being like, the skinny kid of the group.
Good enough reason. Yeah.
And then I started, and then one day I never knew that I would become a trainer. And that was just for fun. No one imagined it,
Oh, okay. So that was how it started.
Yeah, I never knew that I would become a SNC coach or anything. Like, I became a professional skater. I played basketball. I had a silver in running.
Crazy.
So like
And it's
I played a lot,
unrecognizable,
yeah.
honestly. Like now, the body that you're seeing versus before, it's so different, and
Yeah.
the whole mentality and thing of everyone changes. Like, don't you feel like your whole personality has changed the minute you have
It
changed your
does.
body, the way you walk, the way you speak?
People do not know the impact it creates, but body is 70% of the game. Like, you know, when you change yourself, because the discipline that goes into having the body you want
Correct,
is
correct.
like insane. Like, you do
Yeah.
not get it just like that. You have to eat clean, you have to stay consistent. And it's like the gym is an unforgiving place. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's an unforgiving place. You forget it, it forgets you. Simple as that. Like, you have to be consistent. Even so many years, I still go to the gym as much as I can. Like, of course, now because of my career and everything, I don't get the time, but I still maintain my physique because I know once this goes, it's finished. The discipline of your life is gone.
Okay, and how has it changed with the girls from skinny man to ripped
I'll
man?
tell you something.
Hmm.
I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
You know, when I was extremely skinny and I had like, you know, like that low confidence, or but I was a very sweet little guy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like even if I liked some girl, I would talk to them and everything, and it would be like, you know, they would just embarrass me, on my, like insult me on my face and just walk off, right? It would be like, oh, like no, what is this? Like, you know, that almost like you can say like disgusted look.
Yeah.
And then suddenly one day I'm jacked and I'm the most popular kid in college.
Magic.
And yeah, I'm the most popular kid in college. I am ruthless with my words, okay? I am not very nice now necessarily with women when it comes, because obviously of the things. And now suddenly, even though it's like now they like me more that way. It's so weird.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, I don't know why guys always get so shocked about these things, because it's
Yeah.
like normal, no? Like,
Yeah, it's
they
like
are shocked that, oh, I'm getting so much attention and people are respecting me, but why not? Why won't you? Like, you know, you've seen it in front of you, like the greatest people in the world. Just see when it happens. And I feel like this kind of attraction is not just about a body. It's the holistic thing, like
yeah.
the body, the mindset, all of that changes. You carry yourself better. You have a sense of, or it is importance that you
It
give to
shows that
yourself,
you're
which is
ready
not
to
exactly
put,
ego.
It shows like, you know, you're ready to put yourself through hell to achieve something. And I'll tell you something even better in this when it comes, when I started dating, right? And I had my girlfriend who's still currently there with me. So I used to always ask this question to her, that what is it that is so different about me now that compared to when I was younger and people did not like it.
Yeah.
Like I am not like so gentle anymore like as I was. I'm not like that teddy bear kind of kid anymore. She always keeps saying that it is now that, like, you know, the fact that you are ready to protect someone, like, you know, it shows that you are ready. Yeah, you are ready to protect, you are ready to be a man, not a boy. Like, you know, that shifts a lot.
Correct.
It shows that aggressive side which people don't realize. People have become too soft now. Too soft.
I see that. Standing up less, speaking less on what's right.
It's very easy to make people. Yeah, it's very easy to scare people now.
Yeah, you can intimidate someone. It's sad actually. When
It's
I
very
think
sad.
about it, it's sad
Men
for
can't talk anymore.
guys. A lot of dudes who are, I don't know, even when I think about it, it's confusing, because there's a phase that I've come through which is similar to that. But anyways, I don't want to talk about that in this video. Quickly, what do you think is some tips, as we finish the workout at home, some tips for guys to build a body from the comfort of their home?
Yeah, so number one I'll tell you is that, of course, the course we filmed is really good for you to start off with, as in calisthenics, and everything in general with that workout will follow. But the main thing is that you need to eat clean.
Yeah.
Food is the king of everything. As far as your food, your nutrition is proper, anything you do will work. Okay, it all comes down to eating. And not only eating, but eating clean and eating according to your goals. If you're not eating right, nothing will help you. Like, you know, end of the day, you have to. The food is king for everything.
Yeah.
And second is consistency in the workout that is there. Just by taking the course and seeing the workout once and doing it once will not make any changes. Obviously, you have to stay consistent with it. And
you're maintaining this body going twice or thrice a week, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I just work out twice a week. That's all.
Yeah.
And that too twice a week if I'm lucky. I try to go, like, even if I do not go to the gym, I try to do some push-ups at home. But
fair. I think that's good. I think everyone should aim for a active lifestyle.
You need that.
That's very important. That's very, very important. Okay, that's sweet. Anything that you want to tell these guys before?
So before we leave, actually, there's a very good advice that men stop being soft now. That, like, that's the main thing. Like, you have to be rugged, you have to be rough and tough, and that's the beginning of everything. Because if there's nothing up here, you can't do anything. The workout won't help you, the courses won't help you, the books won't help you, nothing will help you. And if you need the mentality in the first place for that.
Yeah. And there is a fine line that we're seeing between like crossing that line also. So a lot of men who have usually building communities, we're seeing that they are following a very toxic
masculinity,
kind
yeah.
of
It's a wrong way of being
which
rough and
is-
tough.
which is, I don't know, like there are good and bad sides to it. As I see, it's
Yeah,
good
that
to
is
be, I don't know, it's a very confusing
Yeah,
space, to be honest.
it's most of them, they're not rough and tough, they're rough and toxic. So there's a very fine
Yeah.
line between that.
Yeah, and a lot of thing that's been spoken about around like mental health is something that I don't stand by. So a lot of things regarding the workout,
Yeah.
the other stuff I completely agree with, but a lot of these guys are also preaching you about not taking care of your mental health or calling it stupid, very very toxic, and I don't know, I can't relate to it, so I'll be vulnerable
Yeah.
and say that if you require it, go out for it.
You have to take care of your mind first. You need to find where you're suffering, because if you do not fix that, you're not becoming tough.
Absolutely, and that's
If you
where the
can't
journey
face it,
starts, right?
If you can't face it, that's the first thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So this
Yeah.
basically was about that, and there'll be more content on this channel about it. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. We're growing it steady, slowly. I thought of involving my younger brother in, so there's a little change, a little inspiration. You see a young guy like this with such a body, focused, working super hard to build a career. You get some motivation, and I think like, you don't drink as well, no?
I do not.
So he has very less bad habits compared to me, which I occasionally do. But he's kept it clean, which is amazing, and I see that now in the younger generation. They're so mindful about it, and the older people are kind of still, doing all of this, but they are very mindful about what they put in their body and how they build and all of that. So great, keep following, keep liking, and very soon the community is going to be out with all these fitness courses, so go and subscribe and we'll see you inside.
Yeah, and keep growing.
I always say, like, trust the process and Godspeed. Bye.